ILITs. Hi, I'm Claire from the Yanowitz Law Firm, where we've helped clients make gifts to irrevocable trusts for over 30 years now. And in this movie today, we're going to unpack what's the power of an ILIT, which is an irrevocable life insurance trust. So here's how they work. What you do is you create a trust and then you buy life insurance so that it's owned by the trust. And it's on your life, and then at death, the policy gets paid to that trust. And the real benefit of this is when the policy is taken out, we have to file a gift tax return, but the value of the gift is the value of what it costs to purchase that life insurance policy. It's called the terminal interpolated reserve value, and that is usually dramatically smaller than the death benefit. So it uses up a small amount of your estate tax exemption, and then there's a bigger payout at death. So let's say the terminal interpolated reserve value is $75,000 and the payout at death is $250,000. The gap between $75,000 and $250,000, that's what you get to maximize as a result of this trust. Now, ILITs are used in a lot of different situations when people have insurance needs, and insurance needs are common in a couple of different scenarios. Young kids that you want to make sure that they're raised and they have the adequate resources to raise them. That's a common insurance need. Another insurance need is when someone has a large estate, but it's pretty illiquid, like they have a lot of businesses and real estate, and when they die, they don't want to have these businesses sold or the real estate sold to pay the estate tax, so we're going to have to come up with cash to pay the estate tax, which is due 9 months after someone dies. It's very hard to get an extension on that, very complicated. So we have to come up with this estate tax liability 9 months after date of death, and if everything's illiquid, that can create major issues. Another reason is like if people have businesses and they need to be able to like buy people out, that's another reason for insurance needs as well, buying out at death with businesses. Something to know with ILITs is there can be some annual maintenance with them. So when you make a contribution to a trust, you oftentimes have to prepare what's called in the legal world crummy withdrawal notices. You have to give them notice that the beneficiaries have a right to withdraw this. It's generally the beneficiaries don't withdraw, but it's an important thing to do, to give notice, and it's something that our office can help with. The importance of giving notice is allowing to get what's called an annual exclusion gift. So if you have like 3 children that are beneficiaries of a trust, the annual exclusion is $18,000, and if you make a gift that's less than 18 times 3, then there's no gift tax return to report. You get to use it up under the annual exclusion when you do the crummy withdrawal notices. So that's something our firm can help with. There's also some generation skipping tax tracking that should be done. So we keep track of what premiums are made to this so that at death we know how much generation skipping tax exemption is used. The generation skipping tax is a tax that oftentimes affects people who are quite affluent, but it's at a rate of 40%. So it's a really serious tax. So it's important to keep track of it and not trigger this tax unnecessarily. Another final thing that I would highlight is super important with ILITs is that when you purchase a policy, you shouldn't purchase it so that it's owned by you directly and then later transfer it to the trust. That creates a big problem insofar as if it's purchased in your name and then you assign it to the trust, there is something called the 3-year pullback in Minnesota. So if you die within 3 years of making that transfer, the insurance policy gets pulled back into your estate. So it's better, very important, to take out the policy in the name of the trust first before. So you don't want to take out the policy and then create the trust. Take out the trust, then buy the policy. Thank you so much for your attention today. If you have questions about ILITs, we are here to help. The federal estate tax exemption is lowering potentially in 2026. And so a lot of clients are looking at ILITs as a way to maybe make gifts during their lifetime and save on paying federal estate tax potentially later on. If you're interested in learning more about this or how we might be able to help you with an ILIT, give us a call. Our number is 507-252-8997. Thank you.